What's up, guys? Raul back here bringing you guys another video, and this is all the stuff I got during the month of February right here. I got 3 CDs and 2 records, mostly metal, 1 alternative record, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first album I'm going to show right here is what's playing in the background, and that's 1991's Autopsy's Mental Funeral right here. Out of the band, Chris Reifert, Eric Cutler, I think, Danny Corrales, and I don't know that guy's name. But yeah, this is the back right here. Alright, so this is Autopsy's second album right here. You know, I bought Severed Survival about 2 years ago. Yeah, like summer of 2017, so not quite 2 years ago. But anyways, Severed Survival blew my mind. For a while, that was my favorite death metal album of all time that I heard of anyways. And that was also the album that got me really into death metal, so honestly, when I bought this album, I got it on Amazon, by the way. When I got this album, I had high expectations. You know, I wasn't expecting it to be, like, better than Severed Survival. You know, I was just expecting it to be a great album, you know. I wasn't expecting it to be perfect or better than Severed. I was just expecting this to be an awesome album, you know, because you just can't put out a masterpiece like Severed Survival and then come up short with your second album, and thank God that's not the case. This album is amazing right here. I mean, compared to Severed Survival, Severed Survival is miles ahead of this one, but this one's still awesome. I know a lot of people actually like this album more for some reason. I like it. It's got a more raw vibe. Chris Reifert's vocals are still, you know, really guttural. You know, he kind of goes for a little bit of a different vocal style in this one. But yeah, if you like the raw production in the first album, you're going to love this one right here. I think they go a little bit too raw in this one and sometimes, but you know, it's still an awesome fucking killer album right here. And you know, look at the album art, you know, the cover art, you know, that's brutal as fuck right there. But yeah, I mean, it's not as good as Severed Survival by no means, but it's still an awesome album right here. Because Severed Survival for me is like about as close as you can get to a perfect death metal album right there. And, but this album is still really good right here. Not quite as good as Severed, but still an awesome album right here. Alright, second album I'm going to show right here is 1987's Death Angels, The Ultraviolence. You also get this really nice fold out of the band right here. Alright, so this is Death Angel's first album right here. And this is the first Death Angel album I have. You know, before I bought this album, I did know 2 songs. I knew Voracious Souls and the other one, Kill As One. I loved both those songs. You know, I just loved how thrashy it got. You know, you definitely get a really punky vibe to it, which is obvious because thrash is punk with metal. So yeah, I would love to hear the punk vibes in it, and thank God I get to hear it in this one too. And you know, of course, the metal vibes are still prominent in there. It is a thrash metal album after all. Awesome album. I actually got it in the mail today. I listened to it in the car twice, on my way to school and then on my way back. You know, my school's a little far, so the drive is pretty, is good for listening to albums right here. But yeah, I mean, from what I heard, there wasn't a bad song on it. As a matter of fact, I'd say most of the songs were kick-ass. You know, the first song, Thrashers, awesome. Evil Priest, that song goes hard, guys. Voracious Souls, of course, Kill As One. The Ultraviolence was a really long instrumental, but it was still awesome. Mistress of Pain, Final Death, and IPFS. IPFS was kind of like a weird talking song. I don't know how to describe that one. But yeah, the last, Mistress of Pain and Final Death, I'm going to have to listen to those songs again. I didn't really get a proper listen to them. I just wasn't really, like, paying attention to those songs, I guess. But anyways, it's an awesome album, thrash metal essential right here, killer album right here, really good album. I actually, I'm definitely gonna get more Death Angel after hearing this one right here. But yeah, like I said, essential thrash metal, and I definitely suggest you pick it up if you like thrash. Next album I'm gonna show is 2019's Overkill's The Wings of War. Anyways, here's a nice little portrait of the band right here. Nice little shot of them right here. Still killing it after these many years. So anyways, this is Overkill's 19th album. Came out last week on February 22nd, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, I picked this one up yesterday. It was the last one they had in store, actually, so I'm pretty glad about that. I'm a pretty lucky guy. The last one they had in store, $10 only, so it was a pretty decent standard price for a brand new CD, so yeah. Anyways, what can I say about this album? It's still awesome. Overkill still got it. I've listened to it maybe 3-4 times so far. After a while, you know, some of the songs definitely do get repetitive. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad album, but I'm also not really saying it's that great of an album, you know? I mean, you know, you guys can hate me, you know, but, like, I love Overkill, you know? Feel the Fire, Under the Influence. Horoscope is my favorite Overkill album, actually. I haven't heard all of their old stuff. I still need to get Taking Over and Years of Decay. I still need to get those 2 albums for sure by Overkill. But anyways, this album was awesome. Really a well-produced album. You know, Bobby Blitz's vocals are still really good. All the musicianship is awesome. The guitar solos, the riffs are really thrashy. But you know, for some reason, only a handful of the songs really stand out to me. Last Man Standing, honestly, was my favorite song on the album. You know, the lead single. Believe in the Fight was an okay song. The second song, Head of a Pin was okay. It's the third song. It's got a bluesy vibe to it. Batshit Crazy was alright. Distortion was another good song off the album. Sorry guys, I have a cough. Last Man Standing, Hole in My Soul, and Distortion for sure were the 3 best songs on the album for me right here. Maybe I just need to listen to it more times for sure, but it's just not really growing that much on me. You know, I mean, I think it'd be cool for Overkill to maybe take a little bit more time in making their albums, you know, instead of continuously releasing new albums every 2 years. I mean, it's cool, you know, but I feel for an older band, you know, if you release your albums, like, a little bit less as often, you know, I feel like there'll be more hype to the album, and you have more time to, like, really perfect the album, which I think Overkill actually could have done a little bit of a better job on this album. Not to say it's a bad album, I'm just saying it's not really all that for me anyways. Maybe you guys will love it, you know? I'm still going to listen to it more, though, because I really would like to get into this album. I just really can't at the moment, so yeah. Next album I'm going to show here is 2017's Guppy by Charlie Bliss. Here's the nice picture of the band right here. Alright guys, this is the first LP I'm showing in this video. I still got another LP to show. And this is a little bit of a guilty pleasure for me, not gonna lie. My girlfriend teased me a little bit for liking this album, but you know, I like it. And, you know, in my defense, I did get it for $10 on Amazon, and I've been wanting it for, like, since it came out, so yeah, you guys can hate me for it. It's indie rock, you know, it's definitely not, like, heavy music. It's actually got some decently, punky parts on the album, so it's definitely got a little bit of, like, I don't want to say headbanging material, but it's definitely not just soft songs on it. It's pretty good stuff right here. Like I don't really listen to that many new artists, but you know, this is something I've been wanting for a while. Guppy by Charlie Bliss. I know. Get your giggles out, guys. I like this album. But yeah, you know, they're gonna release a new album this year, and you know, I hope they keep doing good. You know, I honestly do hope that Charlie Bliss has a lot of success in their career. I really do. And the last album I'm going to show here is 1993's Under a Funeral Moon by Darkthrone. Nice little shots of the band right here. Zephyrus, Fenris, and Nocturno Culto. Alright guys, so right here what I got is a black metal essential right here. Under a Funeral Moon by Darkthrone, my favorite black metal band. You know, I've heard 3 Darkthrone albums. Blaze in the Northern Sky, this one. And I don't have Transylvanian Hunger in physical copy, but I've listened to it on YouTube several times, and I'd say that one's probably my favorite Darkthrone album. But I definitely like A Blaze in the Northern Sky more than this one. When I first heard this one, I liked it more than Blaze, but you know, after listening to it a couple times, I decided to Blaze in the Northern Sky. I liked it a little bit more than this one. Not to say that, you know, and every song on the album is actually pretty good. Not a bad song on it. You know, I think my one issue with the album is a little bit redundant, and that's the quality, you know. And I know, arguing about, like, black metal's quality is kind of stupid, honestly, because that's kind of the point of black metal, to have, like, really lo-fi quality. So if you're complaining about the quality, you're kind of missing the point of black metal, because that's one of the things about black metal. It's supposed to be really raw, but I think they went a little too raw on this one, you know. Because A Blaze in the Northern Sky was raw, but it was, you know, you could still hear everything perfectly, you know. You could hear the bass, the drums, and the guitar, and you know, some awesome songs on it. But this one, there's just so much going on, you know. Like, they're playing some crazy riffs under so much noise, you know. It's crazy, and the drums just don't really sound, you know, that good, you know. I would like to hear, you know, something that I can at least hear stuff, you know, because Bathory's first album, that's the only Bathory album I own at the moment. Their first album, you know, I mean, the quality was raw, but I mean, I could still listen to it, and yeah, that's really the only complaint I had about this album. There's, the songs aren't bad at all, the riffs are pretty catchy, and the vocals are honestly a lot more haunting on this one. Nocturno Culto, kind of did something different with his vocals on this one than on A Blaze in the Northern Sky. But yeah, you know, this was a pretty solid album, though. You know, I'm definitely going to be spinning it a lot more, you know, trying to get more into this album. But yeah, guys, Under a Funeral Moon by Darkthrone. Alright guys, that about does it for this video. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.